to Vandergraaf for sponsoring this Road to Recovery video. Visit their website to learn how the Grizzly Drive drum motor increases the reliability and reduces the cost of ownership of conveyor systems.
We're certainly in new territory when it comes to spending trillions of dollars. I mean, another 4 or 8 years back, David, those kind of dollar amounts weren't even in people's thought processes. Now, 1.9 seems normal. 3 trillion, 4 trillion, which are some of the reports we're seeing coming out here already. I guess it's being accepted as normalized. And I think you're right. I think you're not going to see 3 or 4 trillion fully dedicated to roads, bridges, and highways, the aggregate intensive projects. But if you pass a $3 or $4 trillion bill, even if there's a lot of pork in that bill, hopefully $1 trillion of it, 800 billion of it goes to roads, bridges, and highways. Is that kind of what you're thinking in terms of, a breakdown for non-building projects would be?
Yes. How it finally plays out, it'll be a much smaller percent for roads and bridges than the rest of it. But if you add it up and it says 600 billion or 800 billion for roads and highways, that would be a record. So it's still tremendous. It's tremendous. One thing that reminds me about this is you go along, the future is not a linear straight line. God, things are great, times are great now. And I would only put it this way: the faster you go, the more certain you are you're going to hit a few bumps in the road. Things get out of whack. It's almost like the stock market, and everybody starts buying stocks on margin, and then something happens, and all of a sudden margin calls come in, and there's a pretty dramatic pullback. I'm not saying that's going to happen right now, but people should remember, the faster you spend, the more things get out of whack. But it's going to be great sailing for the next few years.
Thank you to Vandergraaf for sponsoring this Road to Recovery video. Visit their website to learn how the Grizzly Drive drum motor increases the reliability and reduces the cost of ownership of conveyor systems.